Israel's military claimed it killed the commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC Navy.
Minister Israel Katz announcing this morning that Alireza Tangsiri, the commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, was killed overnight in an Israeli strike. He was also killed alongside a number of other senior naval commanders, according to the Israeli defense minister. And this is incredibly significant, in part because Tangsiri played a key role in overseeing Iran's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. And the Israeli defense minister saying that this is sending a message not only to Iran, but also to, quote, our American partners, reflecting Israel's assistance in trying to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Now, there's no indication that the killing of Tangsiri will immediately lead to the reopening of that strait, but it will complicate Iran's efforts to continue to enforce that blockade and to threaten commercial shipping through that strait. It also comes as we are learning about the preparations that the United States is making for a potential ground operation inside of Iran, potentially aimed at Karg Island, that key island just 20 miles off the coast of mainland Iran, where Iran processes 90% of its oil. And Tangsiri would likely also have played a significant role in the defense of that island. And we are learning that Iran is preparing to defend that island from potential landing of American troops there. Iran laying traps and also reinforcing the island with additional troops, all as the United States has already sent thousands of Marines to the Middle East and is preparing to deploy an additional 1,000 soldiers from the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division. At the same time, there is, of course, a diplomatic track that is taking place, with U.S. officials aiming for a potential meeting with Iranian officials as early as this weekend in Pakistan. But so far, there doesn't seem to be much traction on that, and the gaps remain enormous between Iran and the United States. And we're seeing the pace of fire continuing. Not only those Israeli strikes in Iran, including the one that killed this senior Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps official, but also Iran firing at least 7 waves of ballistic missiles here at Israel. And I'm at one of the sites where one of these cluster munitions made impact. You can see some of the damage to the storefronts here, broken windows. One person who was not in a shelter was wounded, according to paramedics at this location. And you can see that crews have already covered up the hole, the crater that was left here by one of those cluster munitions. This is one of several cluster munition impacts that we've seen today across central Israel.